Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever pulled up a stock chart and just felt lost? Like it's just a total mess of tiny, chaotic up and down moves? Well, today we're going to talk about a tool that's designed to fix exactly that, the Zig Zag Indicator. We're going to break down what it is, how it works, and most importantly, the one critical flaw you absolutely have to know about.
And honestly, this quote from a new trader named Rohan just hits the nail on the head, right? You click one button on your charting software, and bam, your professional-looking chart is suddenly covered in these doodles. So what on earth is going on here?
Well, to get to the bottom of this, our source material drops us into this cool little fictional spot called the Chart Cafe. And inside, we have four friends, all trying to make sense of the market. Their conversation is going to be our guide today. So let's meet the crew. First up, we've got Rohan. He's the newbie, and he's basically asking all the questions we're probably thinking. Then there's Siddharth, our calm, seasoned expert. We've also got Kabir, the amateur who's really good at breaking things down. And finally, Tanya, who I think is the most important. She's the skeptic, always there to point out the risks and keep things real.
Okay, so the very first, and I mean the most important lesson they uncover is that the Zig Zag Indicator is, well, it's completely misunderstood. Its main job is not what most people think it is at all.
Let's get this straight right off the bat. You do not use this thing to predict the future. It's not for timing your trades, and it definitely doesn't give you buy or sell signals. Nope. Its real superpower is in analysis. It's all about filtering out that market noise so you can actually see the big, important trends. Just like our experts, Siddharth lays it out, it's a filter. That's it. Its whole job is to get rid of all those tiny, meaningless price moves that just distract you from what's really happening. And I love this. Kabir, the amateur, he gives us a perfect analogy. He says to think of it like taking a highlighter to your chart. You're just marking the most important swings, the major peaks and the major valleys, and ignoring everything else. So how does it decide what's significant? It's actually just simple math. You set a percentage, let's say 5%. The indicator will only draw a new line if the price moves more than 5% from its last major turning point. Anything less than that, it just completely ignores it. It's like it never happened. Now, this is where the indicator's true strength really comes into play. See, it's not meant to be a solo act. It's a companion tool. It shines when you pair it with other types of analysis. I mean, think about it. By clearing up all that clutter, the zigzag makes it so much easier to apply something complex like Elliott wave theory, or to find key levels using Fibonacci retracements. And it works great alongside classic indicators like the RSI or Bollinger Bands to help confirm the trends you think you're seeing. So, a really simple workflow might look something like this. Step 1, you apply the zigzag to get those clean major swing points. Step 2, you use your main analysis tool, maybe Fibonacci, on those exact points. And then step 3, you use another indicator, like the RSI, to confirm if that trend actually has any momentum behind it. And that percentage setting we mentioned, that is so key. 5% is a common default, but it is definitely not a one-size-fits-all deal. A day trader on a really short time frame might dial it down to 2% to catch smaller swings. But a long-term investor, they might crank it up to 10% because they only want to see the most massive market shifts. Okay. But before you run off to add this to your charts, there is a massive, massive catch, a critical flaw that you have to understand, because honestly, it changes everything. And here she is. Our skeptic, Tanya, drops the bombshell. The zigzag indicator repaints. What does that mean? It means the lines you see on your chart today, they aren't permanent. As new prices come in, the indicator can actually go back in time and redraw its most recent line. Yeah. Rohan's reaction is pretty much everyone's reaction. Wait, what? It changes later? How on earth can you rely on something like that to make trading decisions? I mean, it sounds completely useless, right? Well, this brings us to the golden rule of the zigzag. Because it repaints, you have to treat it as a tool for historical analysis only. You use it to look back, to study the market's past structure, to identify patterns. You absolutely, under no circumstances, use it to make live, real-time trading decisions. And what's kind of funny is this isn't some new, flawed tool that just came out. The idea has been around since the 1970s. It just grew out of this simple need to see major price swings more clearly. It's a classic foundational concept in technical analysis. So with that huge warning in mind, let's kind of weigh the good and the bad to get our final takeaway. how should we really think about this helpful yet very tricky indicator?
Let's do a quick lightning round with our friends at the cafe. Kabir says the biggest pro is that it simplifies messy charts. Tanya hits us with the biggest con. It repaints. Rohan likes that it helps him spot those key swing points. And our expert, Siddharth, reminds us of the consequence of it all. It's not for real-time decisions, period. And with that, we really see Rohan's journey come full circle. He started out totally confused by this child's drawing on his screen, but now he gets it. The tool isn't here to predict anything, it's just here to clarify. But, I think Kabir leaves us with the most valuable lesson of all. The Zig Zag Indicator, with all its quirks and flaws, is a fantastic reminder for any trader. Its real value is that it forces you to take a step back and focus on the big picture instead of getting lost in the noise of every tiny tick of the market. And that's really the question I want to leave you with. The next time you're looking at a chart, just ask yourself, are you getting caught up in all the day-to-day noise, or are you truly focused on the big picture? Thanks for joining me on this one, and I'll see you next time.